10 realistic signs showing that you're married to a workaholic husband. Hi friends, welcome to Marriage Realities, a comprehensive relationship channel. Today's video will be discussing about the signs that clearly show you're married to a workaholic husband. Being married to a workaholic husband is tough to you as he lives in his own world of official work where you have no place. You long for your husband to spend quality time with you but find it impossible to enjoy it. You want to share all your emotions with your husband, but he's not interested in catering to your feelings. You want to enjoy family time with your husband, but there's absolutely no personal life between you. You want to go shopping with your husband, but he feels it's a waste of time. None of your normal womanly wishes materializes when your husband is a workaholic. Your husband likes to spend his time doing his official work rather than spend it with you. When you're eager to converse with your husband, he blatantly shows that he has no time for you. When your husband is a workaholic, he makes you feel lonely and deserted by not attending to your emotional needs. You feel isolated and alone as your husband spends all his free time doing his official work. You feel emotionally drained as there's literally no family life between you. You understand that the dedication of your husband towards his profession is very important for his success. You also understand that the professional success of your husband meant more money for your family. But when your husband acts as though his life is only his work, you do not like it a wee bit. It is because his obsession towards his work robs all the fun element from your family. Even when you go out as a family, your husband is constantly on an official call. Naturally, you end up fighting with your husband for ignoring you and your children. I'm doing everything for the good of a family. Your husband defends his obsession with his work. You should not have married me if you do not have time for me. You retaliate in anger. Your husband does not accompany you to family functions. Your husband has absolutely no time to attend parents' meeting in your children's school. Your personal time together becomes nil as your husband often returns too late from work. Your children too do not enjoy fun time with the father as they are fast asleep when he returns from his workplace. Even after returning home, he takes out his laptop to continue his official work. You understand that your husband has to be concentrated on his work to be successful. What angers you is when your husband exceeds his limits. You're furious when your husband does not understand that he cannot always think and live his work. When your husband is a workaholic, his interaction with you is always mechanical and without any liveliness or sparkle. When your husband is glued to his work, even after returning home, you only want to fight with him. Your workaholic husband thinks only about his profession and work-related duties. You only wish that your husband realizes that he has duties towards his family also. What are the signs that show that your husband is a workaholic? The number one sign showing your husband is a workaholic is lack of family life. As soon as your husband gets up in the morning, he opens his laptop to start his official work. You may be running around to get your children ready for school. Your husband scarcely notices it. He acts as though he's in his office for all the attention he gives to things happening around him. The number two sign showing that your husband is a workaholic is he talks only about his work. Whenever your husband interacts with you, he talks only about his work. He's not bothered whether you'll be interested in it. When you want to talk about family issues with him, he says he has pending official work to be done and not to disturb him. When he's driving to his workplace, he's in his mobile talking about his work. You often wonder why your husband took you out at all. The number three signs showing that your husband is a workaholic is spending weekends in work. You eagerly plan a family outing during your weekends, but your husband plans otherwise. He wants to do even more official work during his weekends also. He shuts himself in his room with instruction not to disturb him. He does not open the door to have lunch or even snacks. All you can do is fume in helpless anger for your husband neglecting his family duties. The number four sign showing that your husband is a workaholic is he has no friends other than his colleagues. Your husband does not have many friends, and whatever friend he has are his colleagues. Your husband often takes you to get-togethers of his colleagues. He leaves you alone and spends his time with his colleagues talking about his work. You helplessly watch your husband having a field day, talking about his work, leaving you to fend for yourself. The number five sign showing your husband is a workaholic is often boasting that the management cannot do without him. Since your husband is prepared to work without time limit, the management feels he's indispensable. The management want to hold on to your husband at any cost. So they praise his sincerity and dedication towards his work. Your husband becomes intoxicated with the appreciation showered on him by the management. He boasts to you that the management will find it tough to run the company without his hard work. The number 6 sign showing that your husband is a workaholic is wanting to hog all the limelight. Your husband does not want the credit of his teamwork to go to anyone. He wants all the credit for himself. Though he has a team to work for his project, he does most of the work by himself. Your husband does not allocate any work among his team. He does not entrust anyone to do his work as he fears he might lose his position as the most trusted employee. The number 7 sign showing that your husband is a workaholic is being intoxicated with the success in work. The more the management appreciates him, the more hours your husband spends doing his official work. He gets more and more addicted to the praise of his management that he feels he should work even more to get more and more into the good books. The number 8 sign showing that your husband is a workaholic is his dedication to his work. The dedication of your husband towards his work is a little too much. Your husband likes his work as it is a test of his ability. Your husband likes the challenges of his work and wants to prove himself above everyone in his work. The number 9 sign showing that your husband is a workaholic is feeling that working hard will make him rich. Your husband is addicted in becoming rich. There are also times when your husband becomes a workaholic to earn more money for your family. Your husband feels by earning extra money through extra hours of work will boost the standard of living of his family, and he well knows that his success in his work always meant more income for him. There are times your family might be in a financial mess, and so your husband works late hours to earn extra money to pull your family out of the rut. The number 10 reason why your husband is a workaholic might be because of you. When there is no compatibility between you, it's only natural there are a lot of arguments and fights between you. Your husband hates the atmosphere at his home, which he feels is totally unfriendly and hostile. So he plunges himself into his work to forget the animosity between you. It is true that your workaholic husband must understand that he cannot forego his family duties. This is the reason he should learn the art of balancing between his family and his work. What is the use of earning thousands of dollars when your husband cannot spend time with his family? Did this video make you understand the signs showing that your husband is a workaholic? Marriage Realities will have many such relationship eye-openers. Subscribe to my channel to understand your marriage in a new light. Press the bell icon for updates about my latest relationship videos. Make love forever and to death do us part, your relationship goal.